Hey, today I wanted to show you how you can make these quick and simple jewelry holders. I found these on Anthropologie, and each piece, because there are two pieces, I thought it was a set at first, but it wasn't. It's two different pieces. Each piece, one piece is 38 and one piece is 42. So for both pieces, it'd be $80. So I went down to the Home Depot and I got myself some pieces to try to replicate this for as cheap as possible. And I ended up doing mine for about $5 a piece. But if you did it a different way, you can get it for even cheaper than what I ended up doing mine for. So let's get into it. If you haven't already, do not forget to hit the subscribe button so you can follow along for more DIYs like this and other things that I will be doing. All right, so like I said, I spent more on my pieces because I didn't want to have to cut the pieces. I'm new to woodwork, so I have a hard time cutting a straight line. So I got these boards that were already cut, and the good thing about them, even though they were different boards, they're all cut to the same length. So I didn't have to worry about, matching them up. This one is a thinner piece that I'm going to be using for the little lip piece on top. So, but you can get them all the same thickness and just do it that way, and then it'll look exactly like the one that Anthropologie has. But I was like, you don't need it to be that thick. So first I'm just figuring out where I want to place it at, and then you could put like little, get your drill and put, what do you call them, pilot holes, and then screw it together or nail it together. But I'm just going to take some Gorilla Wood glue and get it together. And if your glue, like, it'll clog up in between using, it's real easy to clean out. You just pull a little guck out and then pop the top back on. And I used a good amount of glue, and you'll see when it goes together, it starts to ooze out. But you just wipe it away before it dries. Don't wait till after it dries. Wipe it away before it dries so that it's not a messy looking project. But I'm giving it a good amount of glue because I want to make sure it stays together and we don't have any issues. Even though it's nothing too heavy, it's going to be going on there. But I just want to make sure that it stays nice and sturdy. So once I glue it, I'm going to get my clamp ready. And I got these clamps. It was like a whole set on Amazon. And they're real easy to use. I don't have like any like big old projects. I don't know how they would be with big old projects. But for light projects, they work well. And you just squeeze the handle till they tighten up. And then you release the thing and it'll all pop open for you. So it's real simple to use. All right. So I just line up the pieces because I want it to be flush, especially with the back, because you're going to be putting it on the wall, so you don't want anything poking out, and plus you just want it straight because you want it to look nice. So I'm lining it up as best as I can, and then I'm just going to clamp it together and wipe off all of the excess glue. And you can see the glue, like I said, is already oozing all out. So you like get it on a flat surface and try to line it up nice and good. So I left mine to dry overnight. So at least 8 hours I left mine to dry. You probably, I don't know if you have to wait that long. I didn't read the instructions, but I just left it for the evening. I left it on paper so you can see some of the paper kind of stuck to the glue. So it'd be best to sand it because even with removing the sticker, it left like a little bit of residue. But you can see it held together nice and strong. And now I'm ready to go on to the next step. Like I said, I'm going to remove the sticker from the part that's going to be showing. But it would have been good if I would have gave it a little sand down to remove like the little residue coat, or like washed it and let it dry or something. I don't know. But to replicate the little metal stick piece, I could paint this gold, but I'm going to keep it the same as the wood. This is the only piece that I couldn't get that was 2 size, but you can cut it in the store if you want with their little like saw and stuff. But I have this stain that I got on clearance at Home Depot a while ago, and I've used it for so many things. And it's like a nice little chocolatey reddish kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but I love the way that it goes on. And I'm just going to do 1 coat of that over everything that's going to be seen. So the edges, the top, the front. Only thing that I'm not staining is the back piece. So I'm doing, like I said, 1 coat of that on all of the pieces, including the stick. And I cut the stick down once I got to the stick part to stain it, because I want to make sure I got the little end of this stick too. So that's the only thing that I had to cut for the project. So even if you had like a saw from the Dollar Tree, you can get through that piece. It was real simple for that. Okay, so once that dried, I start to put these little hooks in that I got from Home Depot. Also, 100 came in the pack. You're not going to need 100, so you can save them for something else. They fit real snug around the little dowel piece that I have there. And because the wood is soft that I'm using, I'm not going to like drill a little hole before I screw it in, stuff like that. I'm just pushing it in. Because of the amount of these things that you're going to be doing, though, you're going to probably need like a plier or something just to help you twist it the more you get on, because it starts to hurt your hand after a while. But I'm just screwing the pieces in, and I'm going to do the bottom the same way that I did the top. So what I ended up doing after, because I saw how much it was like, putting strain on my hand, I just screwed them in a little bit, just put it down with the pressure and screwed them in a little bit, and then finished securing all of them along the way with the plier. But you can see for the top part here, I put one on one end where I want it to go. You should mark it probably so that's nice and even, but I like to just go free. So I did one end, and then I came back with the other one and kind of eyeballed where I wanted that to go. And like I said, it's nice and snug how they go on. So you just have to kind of give it a little push in. And I marked it with the pointy part of the hook there so that I knew where to screw that in. And then once I was done, I put another one in the middle. Not because it really needs it, because if you're just on the Anthropologie site, they have this as the earring holder. So you will put like your hook earrings and stuff on there. So that's not really heavy and it's not a lot of weight. But I wanted her to be able to put like sunglasses and different things like that on there. So I wanted to make sure that it was nice and snug. So I put another piece there in the middle just to give it a little bit more security. And then I put the other pieces on the bottom. Now that I'm done putting all the pieces on, like I said, I wound up using a little plier to get mine on to finish it off. I came back with this picture hanging kit that I got. You don't have to use that, but you just want something on the back to secure it so that you can hang it on the wall with no issues. So I'm going to end up using the little pieces, like, where it has the different slots for the nails, so you would just hook it on. I'm going to use 3 on each one to make sure that it stays really secure to the wall. So I'm putting one in the middle and one on each side, and then you'll just secure that down with a nail that comes with it. Make sure the nail is not too long so that it doesn't go through the wood, because you don't want the little nail head or the little piece poking out in the front. So once you secure those, you'll be ready to line it up on your wall. Of course, I didn't do it there on the floor like that. You want to get a sturdy surface to do it so that it stays secure. But this is it, and I think it is so cute. She doesn't really like the wood. I love the wood. Her room is like white, and then her wall color is a little bit tan, but she wants it like black or white to go with everything else in her room. But if you like, please give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any other home decor DIYs and things like that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.